What is up, everybody? It is your boy Triple G93 here, giving you another live commentary match of Halo Wars 2. So, this game is actually pretty interesting because I have been practicing a lot more and coming up with different build orders. And what I mean by practicing a lot more is just going over like different build orders, thinking about the concepts and strategies that you can go ahead and play about in Halo Wars. And obviously I play more team games, so I'm thinking more of a 3v3 aspect and also in a 2v2 aspect, even though I rarely play 2v2s. But I am playing as Jerome here, and yellow is Anders, red is Forge, and I believe orange is Arbiter. It showed right there, orange is Arbiter. So one thing I know that I do poorly is that I don't really play the matchup, I just play the map, and I want to be able to do more than one thing about that. So I definitely tried to go ahead and do something about that in this match, and so we'll see how it turns out as a whole. I think it was pretty interesting on how it played out, and this is why I want to go ahead and show it, because I think it's actually pretty amazing on how this actually played out. So we have green pinging just to let us know, look at that micro. The Jackrabbit can't kill that single Marine, and this guy just knows how to micro like a boss and just do all the damage that he can for it. And that's pretty impressive. I didn't even know something like that was possible, but it turns out it is. I am making a Jackrabbit just so I can go ahead and get my scout in for the enemy, because I want to know what's going on. That's going to determine what my build is going to look like. And green takes out the Jackrabbit without losing his Marine. That's a very good trade. And now we're going to go ahead and start working on that gen. So sending the scout to go ahead and take the TP. Armory is going down. I'm going to go ahead and start producing Marines because I am Jerome. Fun fact, if you are playing as Jerome, one of the good moves to go about this, hopefully I end up doing it here, is you want to keep your tier 1 units alive as much as possible. You want to fight with Master Doms because those are pretty strong units, especially with upgraded Marines in there with their combat mechanic or combat salvage. And it just makes them so much better, and it gives your army so much versatility and so much more meat in it. And so I'm here just getting rid of that extra Marine to go help out with a little bit of an edge that we have going on there. And now I'm just going to go ahead and try and scout with the Jackrabbit on the little struggle bus there, just trying to get that going. But it looks like we were able to get that queued up appropriately, upgrade our supply pad, I hope. And now we're just going to go ahead and scout. So red is showing full econ, just 1 gen and 5 supplies. That's pretty interesting in that regards, unless I misread that. I saw that. Orange went econ as well. And now I'm just going to go ahead and make some more Marines, right? And there it goes. Red is showing a barracks. Orange is also making a turret in the back of his base. And orange is also going war console. So all in all, so far, red's showing a little bit of aggressiveness by going barracks. I am actually going heal there instead of the extra point that can be used. And yellow also went turret with heal. And so this pretty much told me that I know I can safely expand. I have myself the leader, and so that's exactly what I'm going to go ahead and do. One thing I've been trying to do is, you know, be a little bit more aggressive on the expansions, because I think establishing a second base can really take you a far way into this game and kind of put you ahead until, you know, you end up sacrificing your army or something like that. That's something I'm pretty good at, but also something I'm not very good at as well. It just depends. So using my Jerome to go ahead and keep moving around, I'm just going to go ahead and drop the Command Mantis now. The goal is just so that I can keep on chipping towards whatever is showing up. I want that extra range that's showing up for it. And so we're still going to keep producing Marines. We're going to upgrade that supply pad, and we're going to see if yellow has an expansion base, right? If we looked at the mini map, yellow was currently attacking blue's expansion base over there, and that's going to go ahead and give me the cue to go ahead and just try and do as much damage here on this expansion base as much as possible. And if I can get grenades out on time, that would be great, but it doesn't look like I won't have grenades yet. But he ends up self-destructing. I still think he could have saved it, but I guess he chose to self-destruct otherwise. And so that's actually going to put me in a very good spot, because I get to upgrade that supply pad and make an extra gen for that third one. Instead, I'm going armory, so I don't know why I chose to do that, but instead we got yellow trying to go ahead and do a counter push, right? He was able to stop me, and so question is, how much damage can I stop from happening? So Leader's going out. He's going to keep on microing, and he still hasn't fired his missiles. There we go. We need to do as much damage as we can. Blue's hero is also coming around, but he does get slammed, and now he's getting hit with the Y move. Heal's going down to try and save their leader. He's trying to retreat it. Does look like we end up retreating it, but he does end up dying, unfortunately, which is really unfortunate. But it does look like he has overstayed his welcome as well. And it looks like Yellow's hero is also going to go down. So it was a decent trade. My Marines are still alive. We're going to go ahead and get that gen over there. We're going to get that upgrade for our hero. And now we're going to start preparing for the next phase, which is Masterdoms. We do have at least a couple Marines alive. And we're going to get that barracks to get that upgrade. And now look, there's a big push happening by red and orange on that left hand side. We still don't know what they have yet, haven't put into screen. Here it goes. It is Warthogs. So they have some Warthogs over there. And orange looks like he's going to also try and push on that side. So I could try and rescue him, but that is such a long cross for me. So instead, I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can start producing Masterdoms and also stop the expansion base from yellow. And there it goes. He self-destructs it. So even if green loses his base, it is still technically one base for yellow. We don't know if red has a second base or not. And blue has his second base going on pretty well as well. So there's a huge battle going on over there. Would have loved to show it, but you know, you don't have the ability to go ahead and have a live like replay system. That would have been great for this game to have, but it's not there. So I am making some Cyclops because I saw Warthogs, right? This is a huge problem. I want to be able to have some anti-vehicle if need be, and yellow's playing this right. Yellow's keeping me busy over here, and so now I need to start retreating because now he's going to start attacking blue's base, and I need to start thinking about defending my base as a whole. And so we don't even have all the upgrades we need for our infantry. We don't have much Masterdoms yet for it. I do want to go ahead and try and hold off this base, but looking at it, I don't think this is going to be the best matchup for me as a whole. So finally getting that infantry upgrade, and I know I can't really take that engagement until that upgrade happens. So seeing what I am seeing now, I'm just going to go ahead and go for just a retreat. I'm going to put my Cyclops in there. Heavy metal has been popped, and I'm going to try and chip as much as I can, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to hold. Now, you could say this is a selfish move, right? Both my teammates just lost their bases. This is a pretty big deal. But the way I'm thinking about it is, as long as I'm able to keep my base alive, I know they're going to go ahead and try and attack me, right? I'm the only player left with 2 bases, so it's going to be up to me to try and hold off this 2v1 that's going to happen, which will hopefully help my teammates be able to expand a little bit faster. So we're going with that upgrade for that base. We're still getting more Masterdoms being made. We do have a couple Nightingales up. Our army comp is getting a little bit better, but definitely missed opportunity. This base could have definitely been upgraded by Tech 2. Definitely should have made that 3rd gen before that armory, but still learning. Still trying to figure out. And that's why it's good to go over your games. So we got more and more units trying to get in there. If you look at the minimap, red is already starting to prep up. So I did ping to let my teammates know, like, hey, this is going to be a reality. Orange is showing up with his ghosts, and now all of a sudden that's red's cue to go ahead and come in and try and push. He's going to start going around, and I see that coming, so I too am going to start going around as well. I want that high ground so I can go ahead and get as much damage as I can, and he's going with a lot of rams. Look, and he just got Goss, so he took out my Mantis pretty fast, but we're going to pop this heal down. We do have some Cyclops. We do have Marines that's going to use some grenade abilities. We do have snipers to help deal with the Arbiter to the best of our ability, and it's just a cluster. There's so much going on right now. The Arbiter doesn't even know what he's trying to do at the moment, and we are handling this 2v1 incredibly well. Red has just overcommitted with everything that he has. He is starting to retreat, which is pretty good, but look at that. That's what I was talking about in regards to just trying to give our teammates a better opportunity. Because of this, blue can take a better expansion. Green did ping, and that's going to be my turn to go ahead and see if I can make something out of this army now. So red is still trying to go ahead and do some threatening plays over here, so that's my cue to go ahead and hit yellow. Remember, Masterdoms are incredibly slow. I would love to do something about that and help blue out, but chasing all the time is just, it's not the solution sometimes when you're playing 3s. And so if I want to go ahead and help my teammates out, I have to be the aggressor. If not, we're going to just keep being pulled around like little puppets, and then we're eventually going to lose this game. So I start trying to push, and then you see what happens. Look at all that siege. There's so much siege with Anders. Look at that. 5, 6 Kodiaks that are over there. 5, I'm not going to win that fight. I'm not going to win that fight whatsoever. So I said, okay, if he's sieging up, I know I can't push that. I can't win that. And I have an army here. I need to do something with it. And so my play was very simple. We're going to go ahead and get continuous defense over here. We're going to get those siege turrets. And now we're going to take our next step. We're going to get a garage over here to get those vehicle upgrades for our Masterdoms. But now we're going to go ahead and get ready to take TP. I pinged to let my teammates know, hey, I'm going to go ahead and take the TP because if we just stay on the defense, I'm going to lose to this siege. I don't have an army that can possibly fight that in a better sense. And so I'm going to do just that. I'm going to get ready to take the TP. All my units are ready to go. We are at max pop, at 80 pop, unfortunately. But we got all our Marines in. Jerome's going into his thing. And now we're going to go ahead and take the TP. I did leave a scout in there upgraded, on hold position, just to give me the extra vision for the scouts. And look what we see here. I popped the Spartan. I'm about to pop the Spartan. There it is. The Spartan morale does get popped. And look at this. You have vultures, you have ground units, and they're taking damage. Even with heavy metal, I am destroying everything that red has right here. This is a pretty big push. He just committed a lot of vultures. There's his hero going down as well. It's looking very good. This is the push that we were looking for. Orange is trying to counter to go ahead and hit the bottom side for green. And I said, you know what? I'm going to keep attacking here. This is my opportunity. This is the opportunity I've been looking for, and this is the opportunity that we're only going to have here. I can't push yellow's side, so I'm going to go ahead and try and do as much damage over here and see if I can take out a base. And so, remember, he did lose a couple vultures, which is very unfortunate on his side. And orange is coming in to reinforce. And speaking of which, if you look at the mini map, you also have yellow trying to set up on that other side as well, but I'm not really paying attention to that right now. Drop a restoration drone. And a great carpet bomb that ends up coming down. And now blue is coming in with the flank as well. We're killing everything that green has. We did lose a little bit of pop, but it's okay. We did rebuild some of it right back. And now if you look right now, more vultures are being taken out. That's another, like, what, 1,800 resources associated with it. And now look, there's that vulture. That vulture is starting to do some serious work. He gave him the vision. I'm on a clock, and I know this. I said, you know what? I'm going in for the kill. I'll start making air to deal with what's over there, but I know I won't be able to stop this. Like, look at all that siege. So I'm going to go ahead and start self-destructing to get a little bit of resources. I think I only self-destructed the barracks, but I'm still going to go ahead and try to produce. I'm on one base. It's not much, but it's what's going to happen. It's all we can really do. I can save up to try and get the Spartans, which I will plan on doing, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and hold on to it. I did get Omega Team. But we're going in for the kill. We know that red was going for vultures, and because he's going for vultures, that's expensive. He's not going to have a huge army. We killed a whole bunch of vultures already, including his leader. So a great call comes in by Cutter. That's going to start doing a lot of work. Scatter Bomb kind of got whiffed. He does have a Reaver that's going to help deal with the anti-air that's over there. Orange is going to try and assist as well. I'm going to come in to try and assist blue. So we got a lot of assisting going on both sides. And so orange is just immediately going to get waxed. And so orange is pretty much gone out of the count. Red also looks like he's gone and out of the count. And this was, if this move never happened, we would have lost 1,000,000%. We had light green and blue both in a recovery state, and this goes to show sometimes you have to be the one being aggressive. Sometimes you have to be the one to make the move, because think about it, if you have slow chasing armies, you won't have that opportunity to keep on playing defense, because they can take advantage of that. So it's useful to understand both as the teammate that's in a tough spot, like why isn't he helping? There's different ways that a teammate can come and support you, and it's important to try and understand that. So in this case, very aggressive here. I had to make the move to try and support my teammate, and I did. So yellow's still staying in this game because he thinks he has a decent shot. He does have a pretty good army, honestly. He has a bunch of vultures and a bunch of Kodiaks, and my friend told me a good analogy for it. The vultures are not even the main course. They are just the appetizers. The main course are those Kodiaks with those Sentinel abilities, and so he couldn't have said that any better. But we're here to take out those turrets by yellow, and we want to dish out as much damage as possible. I did grab the middle base. I have no intentions for my home base to survive whatsoever, and so blue is starting to fall back to go ahead and see if he can deal with that army over there, but I don't think he's aware of like what's happening over here with all those Sentinels. So I completely retreated. I'm going to go ahead and try and clear out yellow's base. I do know if I try to engage yellow, I'll be able to. I have enough resources to do my Spartan drop, and that's going to be important when I take over those vultures. So we're here to keep on dishing out the damage and take out the base, and there you go. My home base is gone, but I am still in this game, and I'm going to be remaining in this game. And now we're going to start working on the other base as well, and I don't even have good upgrades either, but Blue is trying to go ahead and make an attempt at stopping this, but he was supposed to take out the Kodiaks, or maybe he wasn't even aware. I feel so bad. His army got wrecked from that. But this game is pretty much going to come to a close, and so any second now the player is going to end up resigning. And I thought this one was a very cool one to show. It showed that there is a different way to help your team out sometimes, which is to be the aggressive one, make them chase you instead. And I got that killer instinct to go take out that player, and it was great. Full level 99s, and it was just a great match altogether. So couldn't ask for a better game, and I got to commentate it. So 23 for 70, 14 for 30, and 15 for 20. I went super positive there. And with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. If so, thank you so much. Have a good one. Have a splendid one. Stay awesome. And until next time, G out.